everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Today, we want to talk about when love hurts and how to move forward. It's something that we don't talk about out loud often
Mm-hmm.
because, um, let's face it, marriage has real moments that hurt. Not because something is broken beyond repair, as we're going to talk about, but because we are two imperfect people learning how to love, how to live, and how to grow with each other.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people go into marriage thinking,
Mm,
oh, if this is real love, it won't hurt.
mhm.
But that is just not the reality.
No.
Any close relationship, especially marriage, will have moments of misunderstanding,
Yeah.
disappointments, and even pain. Not this constant pain, but real moments of pain. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real moments that makes you wonder what happened,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because marriage starts out real heavy, real lots of joy, and then all of a sudden something is said wrong, and it lands wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it comes up heavier than expected. It could be a misunderstanding that turns into tension, that then turns into pain and hurt, and so on and so on. And again, suddenly you're wondering what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's what we have learned. Pain in a relationship doesn't always mean that there's something wrong in the
Mm-hmm.
relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it just means that there's something you need to work through, something to maybe understand better, and something to grow through. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something that
Yeah.
can help you get past
Mm-hmm.
uh, the moment. That's true.
Right.
You know, I think the key is what do you do next, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because hurt can either create distance,
Mm-hmm.
but the fact is we need to turn that hurt into an opportunity to grow closer,
To
to bond.
understand each other better,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where maturity really does come in, when you can stop and pause and take a moment to ask questions. Because when you're hurt, your instinct is usually to protect yourself. I know it is for me,
Yeah.
to shut down,
Yeah.
maybe to get defensive, to prove your point,
Or to get
right?
even.
Or to get even.
Yeah.
But healing doesn't happen in a defense mode at
No.
all. It
Mm-mm.
happens in growth and maturity.
Yeah, we've learned that moments that where something small can be turned into something bigger than it needs to be. Not
Mm-hmm.
because we don't care,
Mm-hmm.
but because in reality we reacted to something that was said or something that was misunderstood. So what we're learning is slow down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've learned to pause.
Yes.
It's not perfect, but
Mm-mm.
it's intentional.
Yeah.
And to ask what actually just happened here?
Yeah.
Why am I
Hmm.
reacting? Or what am I understanding?
Hmm.
And that pause has saved a lot of unnecessary distance.
No, because it
Mm-hmm.
gives you an opportunity to reset,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so we learned that, when you let one moment define the whole relationship, and especially if it's a hurtful moment, it's not going to go well.
Mm-mm.
So you must always be willing to be ready to grow, to learn, and to realize that it's just a moment of,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe a series of moments. Like for
Mm-hmm.
example, we understand a lot of couples argue when it comes to their finances. So recognizing the reasons or topics that you argue about are important to address because that can help you with the healing process and with the fixing process.
Mm-hmm. In moving forward, it always requires grace,
Yes.
not ignoring what happened, but
Mhm.
choosing not to hold on to it longer than necessary,
Yeah.
because holding on to hurt eventually turns into something heavier.
Yeah. And that's what we got to prevent because then you can
Mm-hmm.
build bitterness, and
Mm-hmm.
bitterness does not stay contained. It will come
Mm-mm.
out. It will
Mm-hmm.
come out in the way you speak to each other, how you respond, how you see each other can
Mm-hmm.
also be an effect of bitterness. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to prevent.
So we've learned to repair it quickly. They
Yes.
say don't
Hmm.
go to bed angry.
Yeah.
That means something.
Hmm.
And it doesn't mean rushing emotions.
Hmm.
It means being willing to come back and say, "Hey,
That didn't go
Didn't
well.
go well.
No.
I'm sorry. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
Can we redo this? Yeah.
And Hector is usually better at this than I am. I'm definitely trying. Mhm.
Yeah. I think when we work together at it and we have good
Mhm.
intentions, it's easier to move forward,
Mhm.
because what it does, it reconnects you. Sitting
Mhm.
down together, letting the tension settle, giving each other space. Sometimes that's
Mhm.
important too, but being present.
Mhm.
Not everything needs a long explanation. Sometimes it's just a humble, I'm so sorry. Please give me an opportunity to fix this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to say moving forward doesn't mean pretending nothing happened. It
Yeah.
just means that you're acknowledging it,
Hmm.
you're learning from it, and you're not letting it define what comes next,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Hmm.
It also helps when you ask yourself the question about what triggers you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a reaction to past trauma as
Hmm.
well, and understanding that can help you with how you react.
Yeah.
I know that the past trauma reaction is something that is I deal with
Hmm.
because there are certain things that definitely trigger me.
Hmm.
I don't like it, but it's I understand myself better and I learn a lot from it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you the important thing to discuss those things with your husband
Hmm.
so that you can understand each other and help understand what actually triggers you.
Yeah. And that has
Mhm.
really helped me to react, to understand you better. So
Mhm.
that's important to do that. Love isn't built on the perfect moments, but it's built on all the little imperfect, can be built on all the little imperfect ones. Because
Mhm.
yes, love hurts. It's often true, but love can also heal when you respond
Mhm.
appropriately and you
Mhm.
don't let yourself be triggered, and you work on that. You talk about the triggers and you don't react to them in a violent or offensive way. You talk about it. I think that's
Mhm.
very important.
Yeah, just being honest.
Yeah.
And the worst thing that we can do is exploit the hurt
Yeah.
of our spouse
Yeah.
and
Don't do that.
as a reaction to our pain and hurt. And
Hmm.
love is built on choosing each other again
Yeah.
and again and
Hmm.
again and letting the pain go.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exploiting each other's hurt is definitely not good, and it's not healthy, and it's going to make things worse. So, take a breath. When you're in a moment like
Mhm.
that, pause. Don't make a permanent decision based on a temporary moment, right?
Mhm.
Because you can do that, like hurt for
Mhm.
hurt, pain for pain. I'm going to
Mhm.
say something to you, you're going to say something to me, and
Mhm.
that's just not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just ask yourself, is this something we can grow through?
Hmm.
Grow through. And
Yes.
the answer is
Yes, you
yes.
can,
Yes, you
and you
can.
must.
There are certain situations that, should be a no,
Yeah.
but those involve events where couples cannot get past,
Yeah.
where maybe a counselor or a pastor can help.
Yeah. There are those moments,
Hmm.
but I would say those are few in between.
Hmm.
And you can prevent those by having those discussions,
Hmm.
because real love has real moments that hurt, but real
Hmm.
love also has the ability to heal, like as I just said a little bit earlier.
Hmm.
And it's possible, and you can do it, and you must do it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't judge each other. Learn to move forward.
Hmm.
Those moments don't break the relationship, it
No.
strengthens it. And if you can just be honest and humble and mature, tell each other where you're at.
Yeah, you said
Hmm.
it before in other episodes, but you really must choose grace. You
Hmm.
must be patient, and you have to choose to come back together. Hey, how can
Hmm.
we get past this? Let's talk
Hmm.
about this. Let's clarify this. Let's
Hmm.
restart. Let's refresh, so we can grow and have a
Hmm.
good marriage and move forward.
Yeah. In
Mm.
marriage, it doesn't erode overnight.
Mm-mm.
It's slow through repeated and small dishonors.
Yeah.
But it also strengthens slowly
Yeah.
when you repeat those good behaviors,
Small
when you
honors. Hmm.
small honors.
Yeah, and you do that by protecting one another, honoring one another, choosing dignity over ego, humility over anger, and
Mhm.
just choosing and making a decision to be together.
Right.
Yeah.
So be good to each other. Please join us next time for Growing But Grounded.
Yeah, listen, if you're in a situation where you are feel like like you're not together, where
Mhm.
you feel like you're doing tit for tat in anger and
Mhm.
frustration, take this message. Use this moment to say, we're done. We're done blaming each other. We're done
Mhm.
accusing each other. We're done pointing hurt for hurt. We're going to
Mhm.
make a change. We're going to
Yeah.
make a difference in our marriage, and
And it's a
start
hundred
small.
percent and 100%.
Yes, 100% from her,
You
100% from me,
yes.
100% from you, 100% from
Hmm.
your spouse. Make that decision
Mhm.
today. Maybe
Mhm.
take time to say a prayer. Say
Mhm.
a prayer, say, "Hey, Father, we're in a bad place and we
Mhm.
want to get to that good place.
Mhm.
We've had a lot of bad moments and
Yeah.
we want to get to a bunch of good moments."
Mhm.
Start with that and then take one little step
Mhm.
and one little step and another little step. And
Mhm.
before you know it, it'll be like it never
Mhm.
happened.
Right. And
So,
if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for help in your marriage.
yeah.
Don't be secretly sad in your marriage.
Hmm.
Don't secretly try to get through it on your own. I know from personal experience from my first marriage that if you're trying to do things by yourself, eventually you're going to end up in a
It
divorce.
doesn't go well.
It doesn't go well.
No.
And so remember, you don't have to, suffer in silence. You
Correct.
can go get help for your marriage.
Hmm.
And if you're a believer in God, in Yahweh, in Jesus, Yeshua,
Hmm.
sometimes we struggle with, oh, we have the strength of our Father to get through it. But He does have people in your life to help you. So remember that you are not alone. You can choose to go get help.
Yes. Use your
Mhm.
resources to come back together and to bind.
Mhm.
Listen to two divorced people
Mhm.
that made a lot of mistakes
Mhm.
that are now trying to make corrections and encourage people. We don't have all the answers.
Mhm.
We're not perfect,
Mhm.
but we really have a heart
Yeah,
for
we
other
do.
people who may be in a situation. We're not victims, as we said
No.
before. We take all responsibility for our actions. But I believe part of that responsibility is to encourage other people
Mhm.
that maybe have not gone through divorce, hopefully,
Right.
but are maybe thinking about it.
Mhm.
Maybe they're in a bad place, and we want
Mhm.
to tell you, fix it
Mhm.
before
We
you
want
get
to
there.
share our wisdom.
Yes,
What we've learned. Please don't make the same mistakes we did.
yes,
And this time around, we're really trying to make it right.
correct.
Mhm.
So thank you for joining us, as Tara said, and we will see you soon.